Here's the good news for the Buffalo Bills. This was not a one-time thing. They'll be back here again. In fact, don't be surprised if they're playing for the AFC Championship a year from now. And don't be surprised if they eventually wind up making that fifth trip to the Super Bowl. If the Bills demonstrated nothing else from their best season since 1993, it is that they have built a foundation for sustainable success. As ugly as it might have been, the 38-24 loss against the Kansas City Chiefs in Sunday's conference championship game at Arrowhead Stadium doesn't change that. By extending the contracts of coach Sean McDermott and general manager Brandon Beane, the Bills made certain the best organizational leadership they've had since their Super Bowl run of the 1990s will remain in place for a long time. They have one of the NFL's best quarterbacks in Josh Allen, who likely will receive a long-term contract extension during the offseason. The bulk of his dynamic playmakers, led by Stephon Diggs, also isn't going anywhere. Nor, likely, is offensive coordinator Brian Daboll, who was considered a hot head coaching candidate. Ditto for a solid defensive line, whose top player, left tackle Dion Dawkins, received a contract extension before the season. So, too, did cornerback Tre'Davious White, as part of a defense that will continue to have most of its other major components, though could lose coordinator Leslie Frazier, reportedly in the running to become head coach of the Houston Texans. On Sunday, they fell short in their effort to avenge that October defeat. After an impressive showing in last week's 17-3 divisional round victory against Baltimore, the defense struggled badly. Patrick Mahomes threw for 325 yards and 3 touchdowns. Tight end Travis Kelce caught 13 passes for 118 yards and 2 TDs, while Tyreek Hill had 9 receptions for 172 yards. The offense also had its share of problems. Allen never quite was able to find a groove in throwing for 287 yards and a pair of scores, with 1 interception. The Bills, who had the NFL's best third down offense, were 6 of 9 in the category Sunday. Allen did run for a game-high 88 yards. The Bills took a 9-0 lead in the game's first 8:46 on a 51-yard Tyler Bass field goal and a 3-yard Allen touchdown throw to Dawson Knox set up by a muffed punt by the Chiefs' Mecole Hardman and recovery by Taiwan Jones. It was Knox's second TD catch of the postseason. The Chiefs came back 3 unanswered touchdowns, one by Hardman and other set up by a 50-yard Hardman run, to move in front, 21-9, in the second quarter. The Bills' offense struggled through most of the rest of the half, settling for a 20-yard Bass field goal to cut the margin to 21-12 at halftime. The teams traded field goals in the third quarter before the Chiefs broke the game open with a 4-play, 75-yard touchdown drive that ended with Patrick Mahomes' 1-yard shovel pass to Travis Kelce to give Kansas City a 31-15 lead late in the third quarter. A 71-yard connection with Tyreek Hill set up the score. The Chiefs expanded their lead to 38-15 in the fourth quarter before the Bills scored a late touchdown, on a 6-yard Allen throw to Isaiah McKenzie, and got another 51-yard Bass field goal. In the end, the Bills' frustration boiled over with Allen and offensive guard Jon Feliciano and Dawkins drawing unsportsmanlike conduct penalties in the final few minutes. Allen threw the ball at a Chiefs player, and Feliciano and Dawkins fought with KC players. In reality, the Bills should still be able to walk away from this game with heads held high. The season was a clear step forward for the McDermott-Beane program, and Terry's likely to be more success for years to come.